is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over some of the best point guards in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM on a tier list. Now, I think we got about 52 players, but I gotta say, when looking at the point guards, we've got some absolutely incredible point guards, from Ben Simmons to Magic Johnson to James Harden. I got James Harden twice on here, so I'll just drag him to the end. To Russell Westbrook, Gary Payton, LaMelo Ball. We've got some absolutely outstanding cards, as well as we have like a Galaxy Opal Trey, who is absolutely horrible. So we've got some of the best, some of the worst point guards in here, and it should make for a good tier list. Now, there's nothing like starting with the best, right? And that's Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, I'm going to say it right now, and a lot of people are probably going to disagree with this statement, which is fine. That's what makes these tier lists fun. I'm going to say that Ben Simmons is the best overall point guard in my team right now. And in my opinion on that has changed, right? When Magic Johnson first came out, I thought Magic was better than Ben, but I'm to the point where I'm ready to crown Ben Simmons as the best point guard in the game. I just feel like his overall impact on the court is too much. He's S tier. And not only S tier, my favorite point guard. Not even my favorite. I just think the best point guard right now in my team. Bob Sura isn't even that bad. But when you're comparing him to some of these other point guards, I think maybe he's C tier, right? There are some point guards that I think are worse than Bob Sura. I just don't love Bob Sura at this stage of my team. I mean, the card, if you are a budget baller, you can pick him up and use him and have some success with him. I'm just not thinking he's going to be like that best point guard in my team, or a point guard that you're, going to have that much success with. Damian Lillard up next. This All-Star Dame is not good. And I'm going to go as far as to saying Bob Sura is better than that Dame. Now, a lot of it comes down to dribble style, and that Dame that I just went over has the Damian Lillard dribble style, which is just not good. I'm trying to see if I have the new Dame on here, and this is the new Dame, the Moments Dame. He's better. I'm still only going to go C tier with the Moments Dame. I mean, I've used him, and I've had some success in that offensive end of the court. The problem is, defense is still optional for that Damian Lillard, right? I'm not trying to sit here and be mean, but I mean, he just doesn't play a lot of defense in my team. So I'm going to throw him at C tier right there. Del Curry, I don't really like Del Curry. I think he's C tier overall. I mean, you can use the card and have success with him. And I know a lot of people watching this video do like Del Curry. I'm just coming at you guys saying, I personally haven't had much success with Del Curry, although it just was the Diamond Del. But at any rate, I just don't think the card is great in my team. A card I'm going to put a little bit higher is Dennis Johnson. You want to talk about one of the most complete point guards in my team that's a pink diamond or tier or lower? Dennis Johnson has to be talked about. Now, this is coming from a guy who I've never really even used Dennis Johnson. I've used the diamond, but I don't love the release. That's my personal opinion. But he does so much else on the court for you guys. Can play defense, all right? Can get to that rim. Can standing dunk. Like, Dennis Johnson does a lot of those things people might not talk about, but is very, very solid overall in my team at B tier. Dion Waiters up next. And Dion Waiters is an interesting card, right? And I'm going to bring up Dion Waiters for you guys here so we can talk about it. He's only 6'3", right? But look at the card's defense for a second. Decent defensive stats. Obviously, defensive badge is okay. Playmaker-wise is incredible. Comes with Hall of Fame Agent 3s, Hall of Fame Limitless. I mean, he comes with the normal 2-leaner, which is cheesy. Gabe Vincent based on very quick. MJ dribble style. I mean, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you guys Dion Waiters is the best point guard in the game. But do I think he's B tier? Absolutely. No questions asked. Dion Waiters is a B tier card in my team. Dono up next. And Dono is a very interesting one, right? Does he go B tier? Does he go A tier? Again, I just think it's very interesting because I don't know where to put him. I think Dono is really, really good. Is he A tier? Probably, and I'm going to do it. I think Dono is A tier. And again, this is coming from me. I don't love Dono. I don't think Dono is one of the best point guards in the game, but I do think he belongs in A tier. Donovan Mitchell up next, and I think Donovan Mitchell is C tier. Again, he's only 6'1". If you're only 6'1" at this stage of my team, I'm not saying you're bad. I'm just saying there are going to be cards that are better than you. And then again, that's not me being mean to him. That's not me slandering him. It's me just telling you guys the facts, the facts, right? There are going to be cards better than Dion Waiters or better than Donovan Mitchell in my team because the card is only 6'1". It's the way it is. Dark Matter Dwayne Wade up next, and I'm going to go A tier with Dwayne Wade's Dark Matter. Look, I don't love his release at all, but outside of that, Dwayne Wade is nearly perfect. Defensively, he's going to get you bare stops. He has a wide player model. His movement is not bad. It just comes down to the fact that, yeah, I don't, and I'll be honest with you, I don't love his SIGs. I don't think his SIGs are perfect at all. But I really, and I'll hold true to this. I really do like his defense. I like his player model, player build. I think, you know, those things are solid in my team. And those are the types of things that can take him places as well, right? I mean, and again, I'm not trying to sit here and gas anybody, but that's just the way it is. I think those are the things that can end up mattering in my team as we go through this. James Harden up next, and this is a very difficult one because James Harden is on the verge of being A tier, but he's right up there with D Wade, right? And I know some people are going to be like, Ty, he's way better than Wade. What are you even talking about? Is he? Like, when we really think about things, is he really better than D Wade? Offensively, he is. I'll give you guys credit. But what about the defensive end of the court, right? Is he better than Wade on that defensive end of the court? And he's not, and it's not even particularly close. So just some things I'd like you guys to keep in the back of your guys' minds as we are going through these things, that there are two ends of the court. And obviously, Harden is way better offensively, while defensively, he's not as good. It's the way it is. I don't want to I don't want you guys to get mad at me for spitting facts, for telling you guys the facts, right? It's not my fault, right? Again, it's not my fault. I'm just here to tell you guys how I feel, in my opinion, on the cards. Next up, guys, we do see the Pink Diamond Penny Hardaway. I like Penny, man. I really like Penny. And what do you want me to say? Penny was my starting point guard for quite some time. But it's tough at this stage. Because is he better than Donald? Probably not. And maybe I got to move Donald down. Because Donald is not as good as Harden or D-Wade. I think I'm going to do that and throw Penny in A, B tier. I really like Penny. I think the card is great. He's just not great. And wherever Amy Penny is here, I think I put him on the tier list at some point. I'll get to him eventually. Amy Penny is going to be at that same tier right here. He's going to be at B tier. I'm sorry. Amy Penny is incredible. One of the best budget cards in the entire game. Pink Diamond Magic Johnson up next, and I'm going to put him at A tier. Yes, I like Pink Diamond Magic Johnson more than Pink Diamond Penny Hardaway. And again, think what you want, have your own opinions. That's just my thoughts on things, right? I have more success with Pink Diamond Magic Johnson than Penny. Pink Diamond Magic still plays on my no money spent to this day. Galaxy Hope with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, easy addition into A tier. One of the most complete point guards in my team. I still don't love his defense. I still don't like his player model, player build. That's why he's only A tier. But again, you want to talk about complete point guards in my team, Shai has to be up there. He's got to be mentioned. Some garbage men up here, Mac McClung, Jose Alvarado, and Darren Williams. I don't care what your guys' thoughts are on this. This is my tier list, and all three of those cards stink. I locked in for Mac McClung to get you guys a video. The card stinks, okay? Again, I'm going to be honest with you. I wasted a ton of MT on my Xbox account for Mac McClung gameplay when the card is absolutely dog water. The card stinks. I don't know what you want me to say. The card absolutely stinks. Jaden Ivey up next. I don't mind Jaden Ivey. He's C tier. I mean, the card's not great. I'm not going to sit here and gas him. He's okay. He's C tier. Okay, not great, but he is C tier at the end of the day. Lance Stephenson up next. Man, I want to put Lance high. I want to put Lance in A tier, and I'm going to. He's 6'5", a wide player, model player, but he's going to play defense. You want to look at my A tier compared to my B tier. The big difference between a guy like Lance Stephenson compared to Donald and Dion Waiters is how well they're going to play defense, right? I like guys that can play D. Lance can get me stops. He's got a decent release. He can move and groove. Just don't see many flaws with Lance Stephenson. He's going into A tier. Victor Oladipo up next. I'm putting him in C tier. I actually used Victor Oladipo on my no money spent for a little while as I was trying to figure some things out. And I didn't have that much success with him. But that's not me saying Victor Oladipo is bad. I mean, you can use him and have some success with him. Card isn't horrible in my team. Rajon Rondo up next. He's a perfect addition into D tier. I know there's going to be one guy in the My Team community that's going to gash Rajon Rondo. And if you know, it's RCA the Great. Shout out RCA. But Rondo stinks in my team, okay? I'm not going to sit here and gas a card that stinks. That's not the TyDeBo way. Spencer Dinwiddie up next. I'm throwing him into C tier. I used the card, didn't have much success with him, but is he usable? Yes. I mean, you can use Spencer Dinwiddie and have some success with the card. Mike D'Antoni up next. I know there's going to be some people that want me to put him in A tier. I'm going to put him at B tier and live with the results, right? Mike D'Antoni is really good in my team. How good? He's B tier good, right? I can't go any higher than B tier, but it's not me saying Mike D'Antoni is bad, because as an overall card, he is solid enough in my team. Robert Pack up next. You guys might be saying I'm biased. The card's not good. He's going into D tier. If I want to use a card that's 6'2" or under, give me Damian Lillard and Donovan Mitchell over Robert Pack. It's that simple. Denny up next, and I know there's going to be some people again that want me to go to S tier. I can't. I'm going A tier, right with the Pink Diamond Magic Johnson. If you want Denny at A or at S tier, you better move Pink Diamond Magic up there with them. Each has some pros, each has some cons. The main thing about Denny that I don't like is the average person isn't going to badge him up, and he doesn't come with unpluckable. That really bugs me for Denny of Dia. Up next, Anthony Simons. The card stinks. I'm actually going to put him at D tier. He's 6'3", but his player model makes it seem like he's 6 foot nothing. It's just he's got a horrible player model in my team. Because of that, I'm not putting the card any higher. Lou Will stinks. I guess I'll go C tier because he's not that bad. At least he's going to be able to dribble for you. He's got good stats. But if you're using Lou Will in my team, I just don't think you're going to have much success. Our next S tier player, Galaxy Opal Magic Johnson, easy addition into S tier. Was my favorite point guard in the game for quite some time, but before Ben Simmons took the reins. Still really solid in my team. LaMelo Ball, easy addition into S tier. Between those three, you can make the case who's the best point guard in the game. I'll leave it up to you. All three of those guys are absolutely incredible. You know what? I'm just going to skip right to it. Oscar Robertson, the only other card you guys can debate with these. If you want to debate Oscar with these guys, I think you can. He's very smooth, can move and groove. Probably the best dribbler out of them all. Best movement-wise. All four of those guys absolutely outstanding. Gary Payton, absolutely outstanding, but he is that step below, right? I mean, Gary Payton is more on the level of like a James Harden, Dwayne Wade, than he is on the level of a LaMelo Ball. It's just what it is, and I like Gary Payton. They juiced Gary Payton. They made Gary Payton really, really good. Again, defensively is incredible, has that Trey leaner, but I can't put him any higher than A tier. Allen Iverson, a bona fide scrub, always in forever. The card stinks. I don't know what else y'all want me to say. AI stinks in my team. Again, I don't know what else y'all would like me to say. It's not my fault the card stinks. Blame it on AI. He sucks. Jamal Crawford up next. I guess I'll throw him into B tier. I don't love Jamal Crawford. I do think he's okay and usable in my team. And he's a free card. So free card bias, I'll always give him the benefit of the doubt. Russell Westbrook up next. I'm throwing him into A tier. I've used the card in my No Money Spent for quite some time. He tears the rim off. He greens shots pretty consistently. And defensively, I honestly think at this stage he's underrated because Russell Westbrook will get you that occasional stop in my team. Tyrese Halliburton, I'll throw him into C tier. He's got good height. I don't love the card though. Like I admit he's got good height for you. He's gonna at least get you, some occasional stops, but it's about all he's doing for you. Ja Morant up next, B tier. I don't love Ja, but again, he does belong in that B tier of things. John Wall at this stage, Pink Diamond John Wall. I'm going C tier. Look, I think John Wall had his time in my team, has a good release. He dunks the ball really well, and for that, I think the card is good. How good I can't put him any higher than C tier. Next up, guys, we do see the Galaxy Opal Drew Holiday, who I am a pretty big fan of. I'm going to put Galaxy Opal Drew Holiday in A tier. The card is an all-around really solid point guard, 6'5" instead of what he used to be in 6'3". I don't love Drew Holiday's release. That's why I'm not going any higher than A tier, but the card is really solid in my team. Kirk Hinrich. I'm going B tier with Kirk Hinrich. I think the card is massively underrated. I'll throw him right in there with Dennis Johnson. You know, cards from that Spotlight Sim that you could have gotten and are very, very, very solid at that point guard position. And I hate to say it, they're more solid than the Galaxy Opal Kyrie Irving. Now, Kyrie Irving isn't horrible, right? I'm not going to sit here and say the card is horrible. He's just not a card I love in my team. And I'm going to do it. I'm moving this Damian Lillard into B tier. And I'm going to move this Donovan Mitchell into B tier, okay? I think those cards belong more at B tier than C tier with how I've been doing this thing. But yes, Spotlight Sim Kyrie Irving belongs in that C tier. This Kyrie, I mean, he's a little bit better, but he's C tier as well. I mean, you can say he's a little bit better and that he deserves to be higher, but he's not much better. It's that simple. Pink Diamond LaMelo, I mean, I do still think he's B tier. He's got a quick release, decent enough defensively. Gonna throw him right there. Wherever that Pink Diamond Luka Doncic is, he stinks. I'm gonna throw him in D tier. Look, he's still 6'7", so at least he's got that to provide to you, but the card's not great. Galaxy Opal Luka, he's going to play better defense. I'm throwing him at B tier. Still don't think he's A tier, but again, he's solid enough to be B tier. We've really got some trash can tiers still left. Malik Monk, F tier, trash can. Trae Young, F tier, trash can. Monta Ellis, he stinks. I'm going to go C tier with him. Some people might like him. I don't like Monta Ellis, okay? And again, some people might like him because he's free, he's Ascension, he's easy to get. I don't like him. I don't rate the card highly. I don't think he's very good. But again, if you want to rate the card highly, like, I get it, right? He's a free card. You can have success with him and honestly have some fun using him. Galaxy Hope with Steph Curry, I'm going into B tier again. For me, it takes the elite of the elite to be A tier. Like, my A tier is basically a little more than like the top 10. It's like what? The top 12, top 13, top 14 right now in my team. And so yes, it's going to take the elite of the elite to be any higher than A tier, and Steph Curry just doesn't quite get there. Tyler Hero, B tier. I'm sorry. Tyler Hero, did he even make my top 100 list? If he did, he wasn't very high. The card is not good. You look at Tyler Hero, he looks like he is at maximum 6'3", and the card's 6'5". Why? It's because he has a shorter wingspan than I do. He has a 6'3" wingspan. I mean, what am I supposed to do with a card like that? He's just not very good in my team. Tyreke Evans up last but not least. I mean, he's B tier as well. And you guys might sit here and say, Ty, you just put everybody into B tier. B tier is the tier of cards that are mid in my team, right? Cards at the point guard position that aren't bad. Like between, you know, Amy Penny and Pink Diamond Tyreke Evans, they're both fine, right? You can use both those cards and have some success with them, but they're not the elite of the elite up here in A tier. It is what it is. At this stage of my team, B tier is just the card you can use and have some success with. Anything C tier or lower are cards I probably would not recommend using at this point, or cards that are mid, they're not, or less than mid, I should say, at this stage. But again, just use the cards you're going to have fun with, have success with, and leave it at that. That's going to wrap it up for my point guard tier list today, guys. Only 4 players at S tier. I can't put anybody else up there. I just can't in good conscience do it. Those top 4 have a wide gap over everybody else. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.